All right. No intro, no extras. We're just going to get stuck in because I's got some unscrewing to do. And is it just me? Yep, they are. My headphones. So I have a a friend of mine, drummer buddy of mine that uses my studio, and for some reason he turns the level up on the headphones so goddamn loud, and it's like, dude, like, what are you doing? It's wild stuff. Hey, surrealist, thanks for hopping in. So we got two things to add today. One is the expander, the NIN expander for the Zadar. What this means, unfortunately, is everything in this area is going to have to be pulled and rearranged and moved. So I'm also going to ditch the two HP ADSRs that are sitting over here. Hey, Nick. So I've got this guy. There's one. Let's just yank him out unceremoniously, carefully, but sort of not. If you've never seen a 2 HP module, there she is. But look how fatty fat that is, right? They're really deep, but the ADSRs are not as bad. Just because I guess there's just not that much, circuitry involved. And like, hey, here's a pulse, sculpt a voltage. But there's enough. Looks like there's one little processor chip on there that does all of that stuff. So there's the other one. The other thing I have is this is the Bastel Cinnamon 5 HP. So yeah, the NIN expander. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I need to make that like an official like standalone and like put edits in it and stuff like that. But I'm so lazy. It's real bad. I'd say I'm busy, but like I'm also really lazy. It's really both. Okay. It would be nice. Yeah, and then there's a bunch of stuff that I didn't even put in there. Like there's other filters. Like the Sound Force dual filter. I've got that at home. There's a few random bits and bobs here and there that I could have added to that, and didn't, because they weren't here. Anyways, the NIN. Yeah, the NIN expander basically adds 4 CV ins to the Zadar, and then it adds manual triggers as well. So essentially what I'm going to do is go like that, and then this guy can go... Ow. Find the expansion header. Found it. Okay. Red stripe goes up. Okay. And the red stripe is barely on this cable, too. Like, you can hardly see it. So, it's kind of annoying. My pins are not straight. Dude, there's a bent pin. on. Ultra careful. Breaking a pin off of that would be officially really bad. All right, so now we've got Zadar, Nin, and we got power. I'm sure we have power back there. But where? But where? Oh yeah. You know, that is a weird filter, I'm gonna say. I mean, I said that a lot, I think. It's got a very unusual gain structure. Let's put it that way. Okay. You fuckers need to get out of there because you're in the way. Bunch of dislodged filters just hanging there. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're there. Facing the right way? Yeah, you're facing the right way. You're inside the header. You just don't plug in. You're just being a jerk. I'm just doing it by feel. Oh no, they were triggerable. But you only have one CV for each channel. And I'm like, if I'm gonna replace the dual ADSR, you know, which is 14 HP, I'm replacing it with a Zadar plus the Nin, which is 13 HP, and I'm like, well, let's just let's ditch we're missing something. We're missing the Nin. It got sucked into the inside of the case and it disappeared. I'm like, what? There's something wrong here. Come on now, everybody fit and be all happy. Yeah, except you're upside down. You dumb bastard. What are you doing? All upside down and shit. Ha! There! All those years of playing Tetris have finally paid off. Yeah, dude, he had a dark green one too, like a real bold medium green, and I liked that as well. And it's like, you know what? It took long enough to like get it after I sent him my money, and I'm like, I'm not gonna wait a while for a custom faceplate. If I ever become one of those people, somebody out there needs to kneecap me. Give me the old Tanya Harding. Yeah, what Surrealist said. And that's the nice thing is it's 3 HP, which is weird because odd numbers, but the cinnamon is 5 HP. So like perfect. And look at this. There's no, well, that's just not true. There's 1 HP of space over here next to my FX aids. God damn it. Bastards. All right. It's like, should I put 4 Zadar? Nah. It's fine doing opposite corners for your screws. It's fine. Some of my bigger modules I've purposely put 4 screws in just because they kind of need that support, I think, a little bit more. But for stuff in the 10 and below range, let's say. Oh, I didn't put anything in there for the Ikari. Stupid. But the cinnamon will be nice to put in here. Nice to have. It's just an extra little mono filter with a lot of spice. A lot of extra happiness. No, I have not. Mostly because I just haven't really had the call for it. I've barely scratched the surface with the sounds that are on there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I need to loosen everything once again here. It's the first few. There we go. Okay. Hey, Cal. Yeah, that's the first thing I want to do is just run a single voice through the cinnamon, kind of show it off a little bit. It's really nice. Okay, I think we're good. Ha! Tiny USB electric screwdriver. Everybody needs one. Everybody needs a can of nerdies. Okay, here goes. Smoke. All right, well, the manual trigger works, which is nice. I was worried that it was going to be like, this requires a firmware update. I'm like, no! Because that would have been annoying, to say the least. Okay. These are clock cables. These are effect cables. These are other cables. We don't need these guys. That's fine. All right. TTSS. Or TTSH, if you're super cool like that. You know what the TTSH is? The 2600. Okay, I'm going to do a thing, and then I'm going to just run a... Let's just go warp core, single output. Keep it super duper simple here. Into the cinnamon. Full pro-octave FM bandpass input. Where's the frickin' input? Oh, there. It's weird. It's in the middle. Very strange. But it has its own input. It has a drive thing. It's got like a weird resonance character switch. A couple different ones. It does some really funky stuff. So let's just throw low pass in. These guys can just get turned off and down because they're annoying. Except for that last one. That's the submixer, and it's fine. Okay. What you got so far? So far you got nothing because I need to plug the envelope in. Instant. Now, if we crank the input level, 50% resonance. Full resonance. Now, when we turn the drive on, no drive. Here it is with no resonance. It's a nice drive. Now, the character switches. There's one. What? Like what? It's wild. Here's the other one. So one of them seems like it transforms everything into a square wave, like it's a hard clip. And both of them this is with the drive still on, keep in mind. So that's just ripping and tearing. That's crazy stuff. Now with the drive off, let's just find a respectable input level. And then try the shape controls. So they don't do very much. Until you get some resonance. So the character controls, or the switches, are linked to the resonance. But I really like the character of the drive. Like, I think the drive has just a really kind of like nice, even, gritty sound to it, which, you know, most of the time, that's kind of all I'm looking for. I'm not looking for, like, distortion that rips your face off. You know, I'm looking more for, like, 1970s British guitar cabinet sound. That kind of thing, you know? All right, let's get going here on some sort of goo. Unfortunately, the first thing I'm going to have to do is... actually, maybe not. I think everything should be fairly in tune. Now, here is the other question that I actually had about the NIN expander. How do you assign one of those? Okay. Second set of assignable control voltage input. Assign to for Zadar channels A, B, C, and D. Okay. Also unlocks an additional menu page. Oh. Wait. What? Oh, God! Seizure! Oh, I thought it said something about, like, being able to stack multiples of these expanders or something like that, but no. So if I go in and I'm like, here's the page, CV1. Aha! Now there's just two channels, though. There's two different menu pages, one for CV1, one for CV2. That's freaking awesome. Like, they just made it in the firmware already. It's like already there and ready to go. Good job, Chaos Devices. Well done. Well thought out for future expandability. Yeah, that's exciting because, you know, I've been bitching about it for like 6 months. Like, I could use an envelope over here that's like a 4-channel envelope that has like CV and stuff on everything. Never thinking, like, you already have one? Why not get a second one? It's the perfect solution. And I forget who suggested it in chat. And I was just like, that's a great idea. Yeah. Or if somebody suggest, or if I just thought of it myself, it occurred to, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so there it is. Um, so do we want to go dark and evil sounding tonight, or do we want to go happy and sunny and calming? I'm not sure. Also, I need good opinions on a precision adder. And I have 6 HP here. I have 6, well, actually 8 in this row. And then I have 2 here, which is not really much of a help. Let's see. Yeah, I was looking at the dope for one. I was looking at that Bifaco Voltio thing, but I'm like, it just does one thing. It's not really my jam. No, Shackmat has a cool one. Um, there were a bunch. It's a little bit of an obscure kind of thing, so you know, it's not like you see tons and tons of videos. Yeah, there was a VPME one though. That's the one that I was really looking at. Oh, you have an ADAC one? I mean, I'm always a fan of ADAC. I like their stuff. It is a little on the pricey side, but you know, it's just function. Which, who cares? Like, here's a basic module with a shit pile of connections and really small writing. Every single one has been like that, right? That guy. Stochastic function chart. Here, let's take a tour of ADAC designs. There's 3 modules right next to each other. Just basic type, you know, nothing special. Boom. There's your shit. The probabilistic generator down here. Same thing. T networks. It's just their design aesthetic seems to be, we don't really care about aesthetics. And I dig that. So the VPME T43 precision adder. Okay. So this is the one that I was kind of really looking at. But of course, well, no, actually Perfect Circuit does have them in stock. Yeah, the nice thing is it has three different inputs, and you can go 1 or 2 octaves up or down, or 4, 2, and 1 semitone. So you can add switches however you want to do that. And, you know, that's pretty cool. Um, it's pretty much what I was looking for. Something fairly small, something that was kind of flexible. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking number 1. Let's slow the clock way down. Okay. Hey, Paul. Okay. So, let's like do something here. All right. Let's just start with like one voice and see where it takes us. Hmm. That's a good question. I have an OC in my junk system at home. Uh, let's see. Warp core. Who's your friend? The dagger, perhaps. Hmm. Will you reach? No, you won't. Damn you. So we have to go ginormous cable. So we're in like a D minor here. So then what can we do with the CD ends? Well, we can make this one change to time and then give it from somewhere. We can give it something. Hey, settle down, buddy. Do you like modulating my modulators? Okay, now page 2. We can do this on... What can we change this to? We can change to level. And then this is channel D, so that CVN goes right there. I think what I'm going to do is send the volt per octave to 2 different places. Will you reach? No, of course you won't. Why would you reach? There we go. There we go. Kind of like that a little better. Get all wow. The Hermod's at home. I wasn't gonna put it in here. I needed something basic and dense that could control fairly simple stuff for my home system. I've been a little disappointed with it, to be honest. It is, it's a little menu heavy for my like. And the architecture is a little strange. I found it's kind of like, at least not that I know of, as capable as the Vector is doing things like chord changes and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't work as well with that sort of stuff. Which is, it's really unfortunate. Okay. Oh, here's the thing, though. Right. Let's run all of this through the Aurora. And then a couple more modulators going into oscillator. To massively vary the shapers warp things. Are you playing? Are you doing anything? This is on. Nope, wrong channel. It's not on. Nope. Yeah, I use it with my Nectar controller at home, which is, it seems like that's the best way. It kind of seems like it's designed around that. Like, it's designed around using like a key step, you know, which is not my jam here. But it's fine, it works. I do enjoy entering step sequences with a controller. Just being like bloop, blep, bloop, blep, 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 done. It's awesome. Okay, we got a mood starting here. It's all about the mood, right? It's all about the mood for this. There's the stereo. Yeah, I think tonight's going to be SIG heavy. Because, you know. And that's the nice thing, is that the SIG did not work with those 2 HP envelopes that I had. Like, they didn't get the triggers that it was sending out. Zadar always worked fine. So, now I have that incompatibility annoyance gone forever. Excellent. Should we do, like, the simplest thing possible here? Should we just do, like, a triangle wave through a low-pass gate? That might be fun. Or shall we go complex transforming waveform into a low-pass gate? I like that idea even more, actually. You gonna reach? No, you're gonna reach, you son of a bitch. Yeah, except there's some, you know, not every trigger is equal, right? So, like, how long is it? What's the voltage? Blah, blah, blah. There's something with it that those little 2 HP ADSRs just did not get along with. In fact, I want to say that the IntelliGel ADSR didn't either. I think that's true. I think that's correct. Okay. Need a long cable. So we're going. That guy go up to there. And this guy, since all we need is a single output going into the trigger, that's all we need. In theory. Okay, but obviously. It's the Tesseract Tex Mix. It's got two effect sends. Mono sends, but stereo returns for both. Yeah, you can morph the triggers. You can use the decay or the attack command to like turn up. Basically, what it does is if you got like a whole note, it'll turn the trigger into a whole note long AD envelope, and you could turn up the attack time as well. So like this low pass gate also has just a straight CV in. So if I turned up the decay time and the attack time all the way on this channel, then you have that, which is actually exactly what I was sort of looking for, was a little fadey guy, you know? Whoa. Oof. Strong to very strong. Hey, Jason. Yep, we got the Nin expander in, we got the cinnamon filter in, and we got the 2 HP envelopes out. So this row is looking happy. By the way, have you guys seen... Hang on. Where is it? Yeah, the Flame Fire. Have you seen this thing? It's an 8-channel drum synth that's mostly only accessible via MIDI unless you have an expander, which gives it like 8 CV-ins and stuff and all of the doo-wackies. Yeah, Detroit Modular is like, coming soon! Nice. Did you guys ever order from Control in New York or Control Voltage? 2 different places. I forget where Control Voltage is. Both of them were really good, and they had, you know, decent stock of stuff and fast shipping. And ooh, that was cool. Just a nice little gentle one. Ah, yeah. Okay, it's in Portland, I get it. Stop yelling at me! It's just YouTube lag. Now, channel 8 is going up It's this one that goes to this mult, which goes to all kinds of different places up there. Might as well just leave that there. It's not doing any harm. All right, let's get some more modulation patched in here also. Let's get a faster sloths. Oh, we can just use a short cable for that. Let's get a faster sloths in the red trace here. Okay, yeah. All y'all need to chill. We need a base of some sort. And we need some weird shit. We need some phantom voices or mutant alien birds or crashing waves of frozen methane on a distant world. Stuff like that. You know. Yeah, Perfect Circus has that really bad habit. When you go to their site and you search for things that are in stock, it includes things that you can, like, pre-order. That's not in stock. In stock is like, it's on the shelf. Here, label, send. Don't give me that in stock, oh, we have to wait 6 months for them to make enough. And that's kind of shady. You know, most of the time, I would say most modular people are like researching, taking their time to make their choices, you know? And then they buy a thing. They don't buy a thing and then be like, well, let's just forget about it until it finally shows up. It's weird. Okay. I'm going to use a melodizer for the bass. And I think, you know, it always demands a warm hug from the chainsaw. So we'll go loops off, all loops off, whole note pattern, a decent amount of rest. And then we'll pop it into Zadar channel A. Let's go to shape the A9, I think, or the B0. It's just the ramp up and down. We'll kind of swoop that a ways. So, Zagreb. Just one drive and you agree. That guy. These guys. These guys, those guys. There's guys. Them's guys. Base guys. Oh yeah, that's a little long for a fast. Let's look at like a few seconds worth here. That's a bit much. Okay, now let's crank the level down. And let's send some modulation to that level. How's about the slower sloths?
What about us brain-dead slabs?
You'll be given cushy jobs. Monorail. 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 Mono. Go. Is there a chance the track could bend? Not on your life, my Hindu friend. There. That's what we're looking for. So then the question is, are these guys in tune? I mean, they should be. They probably aren't. It wasn't. It was a half step low. Damn, man, that thing is so loud. That low pass gate is just crushing. Oh, heck, as long as we're modulating things, let's modulate the time of that envelope also. Just a little bit. Just throw it in the basic, fairly fast LFO. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to balance everything out here, you know? And the bass is not that loud. And everything could probably just be brought up to a more robust level. Excellent. That would be the standard comparison that I would use as well. something a little raucous in there, a little out of tune, a little metallic and weird. Okay, now, speaking of weird, let's think about weirdness here. What do we want to have? All right, number one. I want to take jitters all the way up. Here's my rate. It's about mid. That's going to go into the strike control. So that's controlling our bar. Yeah. That's probably his most watched one at the very least. Yeah, any of his like unattended generative modular. Yeah, it, like I say, it helps that he has like black magic cameras going on it and stuff. And you know, he doesn't have a fog machine. He does the same thing that I do. Which that's pretty awesome. But like, I don't know, man. Dude must be making money at it because he's always got the latest shit, you know?
Dr. Timothy Leary has been described as being either a prophet or a fiend. He is the dominant figure in the current uproar on the use of LSD. In 1963, he was fired from the Harvard faculty for involving undergraduates in his experiments with drugs.
Nice.
In March of this year, he was arrested for smuggling marijuana in from Mexico, is presently appealing that 30. It was during the time that you were on the faculty?
I was teaching psychology at Harvard. I've been a psychologist for 15 years.
Right.
And I've come to the sorry conclusion that psychology wasn't doing much to solve the emotional or the mental problems of the human race, and particularly the American people. So I went to Mexico, and a friend of mine who was an anthropologist told me about a method which had been used by the Indians in Mexico, the medicine and the priests, before the white man came. They used mushrooms. They're called sacred mushrooms. And he told me that they still grow in the mountains near Mexico City.
Tell it, Tim.
So one afternoon, sunny Saturday afternoon, 6 years ago, he brought over a bag of these mushrooms. And I ate 7 of them. And I learned more about psychology, about the human mind, about the human situation in the 5 hours after eating these mushrooms than I had.
They had a 5-hour effect.
5-hour effect, yeah.
What
I
is
learned
the...
more in those 5 hours than I had learned studying, doing research in psychology and treating people as a psychotherapist.
May I first ask you, yes, your title, doctor.
My title?
Medical doctor?
No, I'm a psychologist.
Psychologist, right.
It's estimated by the Federal Food and Drug Administration that perhaps 15 or 20% of our young people today are exploring their consciousness, trying to find out more about their mind using these chemicals.
What, aren't the majority of them doing it for kicks?
I don't think so. I've been on many television programs.
How about some William F. Buckley?
Drugs, particularly at the moment LSD. Drugs, particularly at the moment LSD, whose attractions are said to be sweeping the campuses, and after whose initials Dr. Leary has named his new religion, the League for Spiritual Discovery. Dr. Leary is really
College in Arkansas. It's at Harvard, Princeton, and
Oh, this is
Yale.
Timothy Leary.
That 50 to 70%.
Oh, William F. Buckley was the host. Cool, okay.
Seriously experimenting with the most important thing that can be experimented with, their own consciousness.
Are you confusing adjustment with education?
No, I'm not suggesting
Why,
that.
why did you mention the difference between Podunk U and Yale University? What makes you think they are better adjusted at Yale than at Podunk U?
Nice. I'm trying to see what your problem is, and I think I've diagnosed it. Okay, so we got all kinds of clips in there, right? So now what we do is we put it on the omega layer, which lets it cycle smoothly through all of the layers, and then we give it a nice chaotic sloths. Put this guy right in the middle, so you can see it's popping through all kinds of layers. So this is not going to give us a defined voice, words. It's going to give us a chaotic burst of syllables. And this will be one of the few times that I run this through a VCA, ultimately, because I want this to just kind of be almost random. Well, no, pretty random. Let's be honest. I want it to be pretty random. So we go stereo VCA. I don't actually have a stereo VCA. I just have the IntelliJ quad VCA. It'd be nice if it was a quad stereo VCA. That would be cool. If wishes were fishes, something, I don't know. Let's see what we got. Right now we got nothing. Oh, because nothing's going to the VCA. Duh. That's right. There we go.
Afternoon, so mountain.
Current up or a fiend is three dominant fire 90 in the three
Psychology.
It's a little bit slower. Also, I'm going to stick one of these in the Oct CV to give it like a huge range to the LFOs, and they're going to be constantly cycling up and down. Okay, so there's our kind of like raw material, right? Is this going to reach? Yes. There we go. Yes. Yes. Okay, now the question is what to put in the VCA level. That's the tricky one. I do want this to just kind of unearth from the dirt every once in a while. So I'm thinking maybe. Yeah. So this is a positive only sum of the positions of these two sloths. Okay? So essentially what that means is it's always going to be positive to some extent. Well, I guess if that's your job, it's a little more possible, you know. Hell, I remember, you know, what, last summer? This past summer? I was streaming at least 4 days a week. Okay. So, we also need something to go into the filter. Yes. We're going to need to cut that back by quite a bit. I still have my doubts on this. I kind of think like maybe it should go in the slowest sloths instead. And then what I should do is probably also modulate the rate of marbles. There's an idea. Let's do that. Oh, that's bias. This is rate. Turn that down, turn this up. Hey, architect. So we are modulating the modulators with other modulations, and then we're modulating that too. It's bad when your rack is like half filled with patch cables and you've only got like 3 voices going. I guess 4, technically. Ooh, man, that low pass gauge is tasty. That was nice. G in the bass, B flat in the tone. Perfect. Gotta love those little happy little things. All right, D minor. I'm gonna set the vector to kind of play generatively, to be completely honest. Like, you can do chance operations, right? So if the type is like we rest or we just don't play, we turn the probability up to like 80-90%. And then it's just going to be like, occasionally it'll hit a note. And then we can stick it on random. So now, like, turn the gate up, all of them. And then just put on like a nice scale. Let's just go. Oh yeah, we do want to put we can go like a low A also. Okay, and then that guy. And we can also slow the rate down. Eighth note seems like a good idea. I'm thinking some little plucky voice kind of thing from here. Gate. Ooh, there's our phantom voices coming. Who wants a cable? You need a long. No. That's what she said. Ha 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 ha. Droll. Fling. Pizza? Yeah, pizza. Pizza and Ikari are best friends. Alright, but for now, I'm going to silence those two voices for now, because... Go. Let's turn chance down all the way. So okay, you guys need to kind of chill. FM index. Throw in an LFO on that guy. Okay, yeah, slow it way down now. Actually, that guy's gonna get his own channel. Oh no, actually, let's run him through the emitter. That's a good idea. Fact. Okay, so the angle controls the high-end content of the delay buffer in the emitter. So I think throwing some slothy sloths into that will do a good job of helping to control that sound. Not hearing any phantom voices, but that's because middle sloths is taking its sweet ass time. Okay. I think a high soaring lead that just comes in every once in a while would be kind of cool. And very easy to make. Step 1. Step 1. Let's set a channel of Zadar to repeat forever.
Thus, turning it into an LFO. Yes.
We'll give it a funky shape. Slow it way down, too. Okay. And then the output of that is going to go into the Bard Quartet, which we will put on. And then we're going to turn the level way the fuck down. Right? Okay. So, output of that guy is going to go, we'll go straight analog with this. I think, square wave would be kind of nice, actually. Ooh, you know what would be cooler would be a pulse wave that we can modulate the width. That means we'll go Weston oscillator over yonder. Go the high one. Okay, who's going to do the modulation for that? Oh, well, we do have another channel of Zadar. Sorry, it just kind of amuses myself. Well, wow to you too. Why is my bass super resonant when there is no resonance on it? Soaring high melody. No, I kind of wanted this into a mono channel. What do you got? You got anything? No. Distant. Yeah, well, you could run your reset into a mult, for example, and then branch a bunch of cables off from that to run it to multiple things. I mean, there's even like goofy little devices like this. 1 in and 5 out. Okay. So, I would like to play some piano in here. So I'm going to mute everything for now. Everything. And fire up a little bit of piano tech. Well, when I bought Pam's, I said to myself, I'm just going to use it as a clock. And because that's pretty much what fits my workflow. So I have not really messed with it other than that. But it is, obviously it's an amazing clock module. Where the frickety frack is my piano tech? Why is it not in here? What the hell? Bruh. I'm not going to worry about it now. We'll just use processed. Now, if we need to feed more into it, I could. Yeah, I don't know why. Looks like Reason updated, and it probably needs to. I probably need to rescan the VST folders and stuff. Senor Gator, how goes it? Dude, I'm on my 4th hour weeding a stencil. And I'm regretting my life choices right now. Oh, Lord. Why did I do that? Okay, and I'm thinking this would be a good thing to run through the other set of stereo VCAs. All right. And I was like, what would be a good control, like a modulation for this particular voice? I'm thinking Lincoln. I've been thinking. What the hell have you been drinking? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen like most of the videos on it. Man, that's beautiful. Okay, so this very much needs to be controlled. Okay, let's run it. I'm going to run it through a filter first. But Nick, all of my channels are filled. This is one of those, I'm going to stand by my workflow things. No, I love hearing suggestions always. I really do. So don't ever feel like you should hold back for fear of offending me. If I seem offended, it's more than likely nothing to do with you at all. There we go. Let's tame that shit down substantially. Okay, though, I do want this to go through the Aurora. So, submixer. Dude, the firmware on that, the Preterio Versio firmware is so good. Like, genius stuff. Okay. So there's that. Then I think into the cutoff, I'm going to run an attenuated version of the positive sum of the slower sloths, just a little tiny bit, so that it basically only goes up from where I have the filter set right now. But right now the VCA is really controlling the volume. So we should be hearing everything right now. Everything's on. We should also turn the lights off, because it always looks cooler. Hey, Ian. All right, one last thing I want to add. It's going to be an explosion. More of a far-off boom or a thunderclap. Okay, actually, I need the lights on for that. God damn it. Curse these old eyes. Yes, sir, I curse them, sir. We're going to use the Fractio Solum to occasionally trigger a thing. I might throw that through a logic gate, too, just to make it less seldom. Okay, so what do we need? We need this to trigger, I think an envelope, probably. So, divide by 2 envelope is going to go in here. And what we need is basically let's get low pass white noise into... Oh, let's run it into the cinnamon, because I have it now. No, it's too crowded in there. IntelliJ 1 UVCF. Okay. You guys, you're all cool and all. Wonderful, and it's great. But you're going to have to shut up for a second, okay? Because I need to, need to hear what's going on, man. Come on. Envelope into FM. Okay, but we're going to run this wet only through the reverb and delay. So essentially that's what I want. I want an occasional, just like that. Yeah, right now it's running... it's running 60 BPM. It's sending eighth notes to this. And this is doing 1 out of every 18 clock pulses. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Boom. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm such a nerd for clocks and things. Okay, yeah, that needs to be less frequent. Okay, so let's take an LFO into... We'll go Zadar channel C. We'll turn this guy into an LFO also. Okay, and just an up down, but really, really well. No, let's not go that slow. 18 seconds. That seems like that's a good amount. Okay. So then this is going to be the AND gate right here. So I'm going to take that same 1 out of 18 clock pulses. Or should we go a little bit quicker than that? I would like to send a tiny bit of modulation to that filter to keep it even lower, like turn down the FM. And I think the easy way to do that would be to use the X outs of marbles. Run an attenuated signal from one of those X outs into the pitch control of the filter. There. Okay. So it should just kind of... Okay. Seems like it's happening too frequently. Seems like it's like no matter what the LFO is doing, which is weird. Okay, now it's not. Okay, so I have to basically have to turn down the level. Maybe turn up the time, and then let's actually turn down the clock pulse, or the clock division rate even more. Oh, that's right. I was going to modulate that filter also. I need to do that. How do we modulate that filter? I don't know. I'm running out of modulations. Oh, God. Oh, well, we can give it the same sloths that's in the Zorg strip, actually. That'd be a good idea. That's the high soaring voice, by the way, running through the quantizer. Okay. Voice's potential is up. just chill on your high end a little bit. Just a little bit. I haven't heard the piano yet. That is modded by, oh, it's the slowest sloth. mic is not off. It's just out of the way. Dope for Oberheim is always a good one. Or get the stereo SEM, because that's a SEM front end and it's got the MS-20 resonance section. So it's a delicious combination. I wish I had more input gain. That's my only complaint. I hear piano coming. There, now it looks more like State Azure. Well, there's always like the Volt Freak too that you can like look into, because that's a multi-model one, and I believe it runs in stereo. I think I'm going to call it for the night. So what's interesting is how this piano thing just like totally transformed itself into this weird ball of goo. Interesting. I don't know. Part of that is it's going through the Aurora, of course, but still, yeah, kind of a nice blob of ambient tonight. Kind of cool. So, yeah, and I think the longer you have it running in the loop, the more the two channels start to like overlap. And then you just get goo, which is exactly what I wanted. So, yeah. Anyways, Praeterio Versio firmware. Good stuff. Yeah, thanks for joining me. And, yeah, I'll see you soon, you know. I don't know. I feel like midweek. Sometimes I kind of need this. So, you know, I may venture over here sometime. So, anyways, but everybody, take it easy and